Starting September 30th, a law will be implemented in Ohio as well as that strictly enforces age verification, such as requiring identification. During the discussions at the time of the bill's passage, it was supposed to apply only to adult sites, but when the lid was lifted, it turned out to include SNS and Netflix as well. This makes it the 25th state to implement strict age verification. Is this leading to improvements in public safety and such? The harmful effects must also be made known. And the source of this information is from here, which if you go to where it originally originates from, it's here, and eventually you wind up to here. This House bill that is in Ohio has officially been passed, as you can see here, and signed by the governor of Ohio. And if you go into the actual documents of it, it's really hard to find everything, and it makes a lot of sense why it got passed. Because if you take a look here, there's over 3,000 different pages in this bill that got passed in Ohio that also froze in this age verification that will affect not just, let's say, adult sites, but sites like Netflix, Reddit, X, and everything else on the internet, basically. If you basically post images, if you have the potential of posting images, theoretically, it could be forced to require age verification just to visit the site. Now, will it be enforced like that? We will obviously have to see. But the main point is that a lot of people, apparently, when this bill was getting passed, didn't even know it was probably in there, which people kind of scoffed at it and overlooked it, but it was kind of snuck in, which is why we have a politician from Japan now talking about this, and then why this individual brought it up here, mentioning it as well. But let's get into the cold, hard facts here, okay? What is this bill actually for? Well, first off, they say it is for the children, or think of the children. I hate to be a broken record, but we have seen this over and over and over and over again in the last 2 months. We have seen UK just alone, just talking strictly about the UK, we have seen what age verification is actually used for. We have seen what the censorship of the internet is actually used for. It is to silence people. It's to silence different opinions. It's to silence people from speaking, investigate you, know what you're doing at any given time. It is there to completely stop you from speaking out and control people, control the narrative, control everything. It's not good. We have seen how there is so much focus on them saying, oh, it's about protecting the kids, but even politicians within the UK straight up admitted it was about restricting freedom of expression and free speech, and trying to basically get rid of icky content, icky games, and stuff like that. So, the big point here is we already know anyone that wants to use this same wording of think of the children, for the children, they're liars. They are straight up liars. And the thing here is that this exact same thing that is being said here, it is being harped on. Like, anytime you hear something like this, expect 100% dishonesty. They're not telling the truth, and straight up, they're just wanting to get some form of control and know your information. It's about data collection. It's about, knowing what you're doing at any given time, for they can, just censor you if they need to, so to speak. It's not good. It's not a good situation by any means whatsoever, and this is a direct attack, not just, let's say, on freedom of discussion, but also knowing what you're doing, your privacy and all that. It's an invasion of privacy, obviously, and it will be used to stop, like, artists and stuff from creating content. Like, we've already seen the effects of censorship when it comes to age verification and other corporations coming in trying to do it. Let's think about what, Visa and MasterCard did to Patreon, what they did to Japanese sites and their dating sites. Let's think about what they did to Steam and itch.io. There's many examples of these malicious companies or governments not really doing it for protecting the children, more or less to assume control. And there's a lot of evidence to, actually assume that. But anyways, back into the main point. So, apparently this law, or bill, technically, in Ohio, has been passed. Like, you can literally look it up yourself. It's called House Bill 96, apparently. That is linked in the article, and the original guy here actually mentions. And if you go to it and you try to find it, like I said, there's 3,000 pages. There's a lot of pages. I couldn't actually find it, because I want to be honest with you. Reading this much is just, bro. Like, bro, there's so much. And it's just so many things that's unaffiliated with it. I'm just like, oh my goodness, it makes a lot of sense now why he talked about this, like why this guy Mike here mentioned this, which, let's read what he said here. Starting later this month, companies like X, Discord, and Netflix will be legally required to use a face scan or other methods to verify Ohioans' age and or identity before allowing them to go online. They passed it by claiming it was just about adult content. And, that's the thing. It is such a Trojan horse, because I've said this already, but I think it's very important to reiterate this. It's like when these people say, think of the children, or this law is for the children, the reason why they say this is because it's there to shut down any, like, disagreements with the law. Because it's like anyone that, you know, is unaware of what's going on and hasn't fully read everything, they'll hear like, oh, it's meant to protect kids, and they'll be like, why would you not want a bill or a law put in place to protect kids? And that makes sense. And so it instantly stops people from even questioning or debating or talking about it or whatever, because it's an instant shutdown of conversation. It's to silence people from even speaking about it, because you'll be looked at as a weirdo if you even try to say, like, what, this is a wrong thing to try to do. But in reality, it's not about protecting kids. It never was, and we know this. So, yeah, I hate seeing that we're seeing this sweeping amount of censorship and age verification, not just, let's say, in the EU, not just in UK, not just in Australia, not just in the Philippines, not just in, like, South America. We now have America as well, basically participating in it, and there's a lot of bills that are in place and laws that are trying to get passed that are doing this exact same thing. Apparently, there is even a bill right now in Missouri that is doing the exact same thing. The Attorney General in Missouri is getting a bill passed, and apparently, the actual Attorney General, she wants to be able to label all adult content, like, even if you age verify yourself, she wants to label all adult content as illegal. So, yikes. Just straight up yikes. So, it's really not good, because it's gonna get worse. We've already seen that it's getting worse, and this will create a chilling effect, where you'll have people start self-censoring themselves out of fear, not knowing what to do. And that's the worst part, because that will happen as this continues to progress. So, once again, the only way to really counter this is to continue talking about it. Call your local representatives, tell them this is not okay, and just let them know. That's really what you can do. And if that doesn't work, just vote them out. Like, when you can finally vote, like, you know, when you can vote and all that, just vote them out when it's time. That's literally the only options at this point. But just keep speaking up about it, because it's very important. But I'll leave it at that. Just wanted to bring this news to everybody, because I know there's a lot of people that are unaware of this. I know a lot of people probably do live in Ohio, memes aside, and live in Missouri and other states. Yeah, this is what's happening, and apparently, Ohio, you're kind of, in a bad state right now. What I will say is, once again, we don't know if it's going to be fully enforced. Some of the aspects, we will see. But, well, who knows? But we'll find out on September 30th, I guess. Well, we will see. But I love you guys. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, subscribe as well if you want more of my content, and also leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm and allow this video to be noticed. But be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.